And away we go. Reaching for glasses that I've already set down. This is 2020. Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am really excited for this brand new year. This is my first broadcast of 2020. It's been a little bit hectic for me anyway. The holidays are always a little bit hectic. Now we're in January. I'm trying to get 1099s ready to go out by the end of the month for several clients, which is always a pain, but it's, you know, part of what they pay me to do, so it's no big deal. And this is January 7th. We are already a week into the first year. We're already a week into the new year and I can't talk. Wanted to talk a little bit today about mistakes. We all make them. The question is, how do you recover from them? Mistakes can make or break your business. And if you're smart, you will actually use them as a learning experience. Now, before I get into all that, of course, as always, if you enjoy these videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Click the red notification bell if you are on YouTube so that you get notified when our new videos go up. And make sure that you like our page. I still can't talk. What the heck? Make sure that you like our Facebook page, mysimplebookkeeping.com. You can find us on the web at mysimplebookkeeping.com. Or you can look up Bookkeeping Made Simple. It's the name of our business, and that is what we do. We make bookkeeping simple for small business owners, so nationwide. So late last night, it was brought to my attention that I had made a rather serious mistake with one of my clients. Won't go into exactly what the mistake was, but I will say that it was kind of, you know, the first impulse is to say it's the client's fault. I didn't do that. I knew it was my fault. I knew exactly what I had done wrong. I knew why I had done it wrong. Didn't change the fact that it was wrong, and it caused a headache for my client. So I quite simply did everything I possibly could right then to make it right. It was 9 o'clock, 8:30 at night, 9 o'clock at night, and I typically don't respond to client emails after 5. Because I need that boundary, because of things like this, because then I couldn't sleep. It was just, I try to have a ton of integrity, and the reason for that is that I work with people's books. That's like the #1 reason. I work with people's books. They need to know that I have integrity, and that means that if I make a mistake, the first thing that I have to do is to own up to it. And I know what I did wrong, and I knew what I had to do to fix it, and it hurt. So the unethical thing to do would have been to tell the client, well, this is too bad. The ethical thing, of course, was to say, you know, I'm sorry, to do everything I possibly could to make things right, to you know, and to continue in goodwill. I actually really like these clients. I like most of my clients. I like these clients, really want to continue working with them. So I'm hoping that the fact that I immediately took steps to fix it actually will say at least as much as if I had never made the mistake at all. It was based on some assumptions that I had that were incorrect, and it was completely my fault for not getting everything in writing. This is why I like to have everything in writing before I even start a project, by the way. Now, I wanted to talk a little bit about the worst thing you can do if you make a mistake. This is what you see with great big companies, by the way. A lot of the time, you'll say, you made a mistake on my bill. You made a mistake in your fulfillment. And they say, please hold. Well, you know, while we reach a customer service representative, and you wait and wait and wait And you get the music back. It says, you know, your call is very important to us. And I'm thinking, if my call is so important to you, why do you not have enough customer service reps? It's the way it goes. So that's the first thing. Be responsive. Like I said, I seldom respond to client emails in the evening after 5 because I personally, I need that boundary to be able to say that this is my time to spend time with my family, to work on school, to do the things that I have outlined. I have a ton of things on my plate. I'm really not happy unless I'm busy from morning to night. And so I've had to put boundaries in place. But as soon as I realized that I had made a mistake and it needed to be fixed immediately, I fixed it immediately. I was in contact with the client, telling them that this is what I've done. This is what I did wrong. This is why I made the mistake. This is what I've done to fix it. This is what I need to move forward with your project. Just to really hopefully help them feel that I care enough, because I do. I care enough about them to immediately respond, not to let it wait till in the morning. Number 2 is to take accountability. Again, it's kind of human nature not to want to accept blame, not to want to be the one that says, the buck stops with me, but I'm the business owner. And so if there's any problems in my business, it's my face that's out there. It doesn't matter if I do it, if my staff does it, the buck stops with me. Especially in this case, it would have been very easy to try to say, well, the client didn't do this and the client didn't do that. And that may have been true. In fact, it was true. However, I did not do what I needed to do, and that is the bottom line. And I expressed that to the client. I was very quick to say, this is my fault. I am so sorry. This is what I can do to try to make it right. It may not help, but it might. So you take responsibility. You do say, this is what I did wrong. This is what I'm doing to make it right. You are the company as far as the client is concerned. And, especially as the business owner, I am the company. If you make a promise to get things done, make sure that you get things done. Like I said, I was actually up till 9:30, 10 o'clock last night working on this particular client's issue, trying to make things right. Because I've always said that if I do something wrong, I will make it right. People don't expect that anymore, by the way. They really just kind of expect that you don't care and that you're not going to pass the buck and that you're not going to do the things that make things right. Another thing to do, if you're getting complaints, welcome them. They are offering you a free consultation on what you're doing wrong in your business. What could you do better? That's really what you want to be hearing. Because if you are not improving, if you are not doing what it takes to get things accomplished, if you are if you're not receiving feedback from your clients and you are not how am I trying to say this? When your clients complain, they are basically telling you, this is what you could do better. It doesn't matter what it is. If they are actually quitting without complaining, then you really do have a problem, because you are somehow not hearing what they're saying. So what does need to happen is that you need to really be hearing what they're saying. If you're a retail company and they're coming out and saying, you don't have what I want in stock, hear them. Do they not like the lower heel? I'm a stiletto fanatic. I like 5-inch thin-heeled stiletto shoes. I realize it's out right now and most people don't like that. But, listen to what they're saying. Are they saying, look, I don't have a typical model's build. I need clothes that actually fit me. Do you have any of those? If they're saying, if they're not shopping at your store, then you don't have the inventory that they are looking for when they are shopping. There's a lot of ways that you can receive these compliments, but if they're calling you directly and saying, I can't talk to my bookkeeper, I can't get a hold of her, then that tells you right there there's a problem in your business. In that case, it would be communication. If they're calling you and telling you specifically, there's a, if you're in the hospitality industry, there's a problem with my hotel room. This is what's going on. You want to respond immediately, and then you want to take that feedback as, well, are we having this problem in a lot of rooms? Is it a one-off thing? Was somebody not trained and put them in a room that was supposed to be being maintained? What can I do not to make the same mistake again? That's the big one. Acknowledge their feelings. It is huge to have someone say, one, I'm sorry, and two, this must be really tough on you. My daughter, one of my daughters works for a car insurance company, and she said she had someone call and was actually still at the scene, and the mother had been driving. It was a fatal accident for her daughter who was with her, and the mother calls the insurance company because, who's thinking clearly at that moment, right? And so my daughter was saying, ma'am, are you okay? Ma'am, do I need to call the police for you? I just can't even imagine what you're going through right now. What can I do to help? But she was really acknowledging what this woman was feeling. And really, and she's very good at the empathy thing. It's just important to realize if they're frustrated for a reason. They're not just taking it out on you. It happens that you are the face of the company. So they're taking it out on whatever company they work for, especially if it's a big one. They're taking it out on the company, and they're not really seeing you as a person. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. That's kind of it. So acknowledge your mistake, be responsive, do what you say you're going to do. That's a really huge one. So if you're going to call a client back, if you tell them, I don't want to keep you on hold very long, let me call you back, make sure you call them back. It's these little things that mean the world to people. So yeah, that's actually what I try to do in my business. Nobody is perfectly infallible. I'm not going to give perfect service all the time. I wish I could. But when I am aware of a mistake, I try to make it right and fix it as fast as possible. I feel like, if nothing else, that lets my clients know that I'm not going to try to say that anything's their fault. I will, follow up and try to make things right. So sometimes the way you respond to mistakes says more about who you are than the fact that you made a mistake. So just something to think about. That's it for today. I won't be dwelling on this much more. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, ideas for videos that you would like me to make, please feel free to comment below. I do read them. I do respond to them. And I'm perfectly willing to make a video addressing them. So with that said, you guys have a wonderful Tuesday. Happy New Year's, and I will look forward to hearing from you again soon.